temperature in a storm? Not quite. Calypso History Month continues, so we bring you back to the morning show with some great hits and talk something a little bit heated, but in a good way. Not often do we get to play with fire in a good way, but my next guest does exactly that. We welcome to the Now Morning Show Miss Gale Jordan, Pyrographer. Never a word that I ever thought I'd ever use in my life, but good morning and welcome.
Good morning. It's nice to be here.
It's really nice to have you because thanks to you, we have beautiful pieces like this. I am partial to this one because it is a bird. We look similar. But also because this is a different type of art that incorporates the use of heat and, of course, creating art with fire so that we see the burnt t-shirt and we wonder, how'd you end up here? How did you discover this incredible talent?
Well, pleasant morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Pyrography found me.
Really?
I have to say that. You know, I was involved in art for all of my life. But someone, way back when, I wouldn't say how long ago, I used to make these little wall plaques out of wood and trace them over with pen. And
Right.
a friend of mine saw me and told me it had this tool that works with electricity,
Right.
that you can actually burn the wood and make the impressions. I had never seen it before. I'd never seen the craft before.
Okay.
And but he did bring the pen for me about 2 years later.
Which you have on you now, yeah?
Yes. this is not the first tool I had, but
Right.
this is the more recent one, or the
Okay.
one that I tutor with more so. And I couldn't draw a straight line with it.
At the time?
At the time, it would jump on the wood and make things like staircase, and it would do all sorts of things. And I strongly believe that this is what I was meant to do, because people say they are self-taught. I say I am God-taught.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, because I didn't even know what it was supposed to look like. So fast forward some years, internet and all of that, my sister asked, you know, she said, so this is what you do with it, but what is it? What is it supposed to be? And I started researching and discovered that I was doing exactly what I was supposed to be doing with it.
When I tell you, purpose is incredible.
Yes,
and now we have incredible works, not just of animals, but of portrait as well, so that we have some actual artistic talent being incorporated, because I know I can't draw nobody to save my life. But not only are you drawing them, but you are actually doing so with fire. That's incredible. Now, you don't want to say how long ago that you discovered it, but how long have you been doing the actual pieces, commercially at least, for sale and benefiting from that?
Well, I've been exposed to pyrography some 30 years now, from the first time I got my first pen.
Okay.
But I've been in business officially, dropped everything else, 5 years now.
Nice.
Yeah.
You also do tutoring and actual teaching
Yes, I do.
now. So when did that begin?
That began 3 years ago, just before COVID,
Nice.
2019. I started tutoring with community development. And strange story, I went to them. Somebody told me I should go and find out. And they asked me if I was certified, but it's difficult to answer that question, because where do I go to be certified when you're self-taught?
That was my next question.
And
There's a school for bird.
I told them that I was self-taught, and they said, well, okay, so bring your pieces. What you'd have to do is come to one of our classes, because they had other people teaching what they referred to as wood burning,
Okay.
which is a branch of pyrography. And they said, come and take a course with them, get certified, and then I'll be able to tutor.
Okay.
But through conversation, they were like, okay, if you're burning for a while, the lady I was speaking with, she said, send me some pictures of your work,
Right.
and I will send you some pictures of what we do. So it happened that I sent her my photos before she sent hers.
Right.
And
And
she
she
called me. She said, this is wood burning. I am not sending you our pictures.
And the rest is
Yes,
history.
the rest is history.
Now, I know community development allows you to travel across the country. They send you all over the place to do so.
Yeah.
So, as much as you will reach the people, how do the people reach you?
Well, I started in 2019. COVID came in at 2020. And in 2021, last year, we started to do online courses.
Okay.
And it was a challenge. I thought it would have been more of a challenge, but it actually was very successful. We had participants from Tobago, Sandy Grande, Arima, and seeing as I'm from Superior, I didn't have to leave the house. But
and bear that traffic, exactly.
yeah, but we were able to reach a lot of people.
Right.
But usually what the tutors do is go to different areas according to where the need is. But I also tutor at home as well.
Okay.
I have my private classes.
And in that case, the classes will be beginners level and then experts, I imagine. How do we progress? Because this piece in particular, where we're seeing what is feet in water, has different types of depth, different types of shading.
Oh, yes.
In addition to the ability to actually draw feet and hands and stuff. How many courses, or how long is a course to get us to the point of creating a piece that we can be proud of?
Well, the beginner's course is 10 weeks.
Okay.
And you would be proud of yourself by week 5.
Okay, I'll put you to that test, because I might be the one with the staircase that looks really nice.
Yeah, well, there is also an advanced course,
Right.
which would be more like 15 weeks. Now, the thing is, to be able to create pieces with, as you call it, depth, you know, you have to have some background in art.
Right.
And
That rules me out.
shading is an asset.
Right, okay.
Understanding how light and shadow works is very helpful, so that everywhere on the wood that is light is the wood. So the burning is the dark areas. So you
Right.
must understand how light and shadow works to know how to create. If you could shade, then you would do very well with
Not
this.
talking about multiple choice here, kids. We need some real artistic talent. But at the very least, having a piece that you will be proud of is not impossible.
Oh, no.
So that we could certainly find you online and
Yes.
try to make that, well, learn that new skill of ourselves. Now, I have to ask, for those of us who are not artistically inclined and know that they are not, and just want to pick up a piece, do we do commission work? Do we do custom pieces? How do you actually sell these pieces?
Well, yes, I do. And when I just started officially, mostly family members and close friends would commission pieces. But then when I got all set up on social media and so on and started
And the
spreading the
requests
word,
start coming
the
in.
requests started coming in, and it didn't stop. People would call and say what they want, ask for what they want. You know, if it's something that I never did before, I become very excited, because I love to be challenged.
So we will challenge you by getting onto you and finding out what sort of time frame, what sort of cost for each of these custom pieces. And how do we get you? What are the numbers and what is the Instagram and Facebook pages?
Okay, well, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Burnt by Gale. That is Burnt with 2 T's.
Makes sense.
Yeah, ode to Trinidad and Tobago.
All right.
Burnt with 2 T's. My phone number is 271-0199. You could call or WhatsApp.
Beautiful. And in terms of time frames, if we wanted to get, let's say, a gift for me this Friday, would that be too short notice? How long do you take?
Well,
to
it
create a
depends on
product?
what you want.
Okay.
I mean, I have a variety of things. I do keychains, little things. There's these wood slices I do called promises,
Okay.
with Bible texts of encouragement and hope. You know, so pieces like those, of course, would take possibly 2 days. But if you want a portrait takes no less than 3 weeks, or it can be longer, depending on the intricacies of the piece that you want done. Because pyrography, wood burning, the thing with it is, it's not that you can't make a mistake, but you try not to. Because if you do, remember it's burnt onto the wood. You have to sand it down.
Okay.
And every time you sand it down, the wood warps and, you know, you're creating problems. And of course, you're making the job last much longer. So to avoid mistakes, you work slowly.
And therein, ladies and gentlemen, is your life lesson. Perhaps it can apply to everything that you do, but at the very least, it can apply to the beautiful works of Gale Jordan, our guest this morning, who has truly inspired me to work on my artistic talent. And until then, find her on Instagram and Facebook so you can enjoy her beautiful pieces. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you guys for sticking around, but we've got more that you do not want to miss right here on our morning show. So we'll be back after these messages.
That is how I come in. Mama, me ain't joking. Me afraid.